everybody, it's Eric.
This is Glenda.
We are D&D Miniature and Board Games, and you may remember a couple years ago we did Fighters of Asia, Japan, whatever it was called.
Every time. He can't remember.
Every time. But this time we have Fighters of
Europe.
This was a Kickstarter. I got the other one, I think it was Fighters of the Pacific. Fighters of the Pacific.
Most likely.
Where World War II, it was the Japanese versus the Americans. This one is Fighters of Europe. And picked this up and have been patiently waiting for it. I didn't get everything with this. I think I just got the basic. So, if you want to see what's inside,
stay with us.
So, Fighters of Europe. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at what's inside of this. Now, I will say that this is one of those games that we have a major wall of shame. We do. Oh, there it is right there. Fighters of the Pacific. I was right.
Well, when you're talking about World War II, two major wars. It's
going to be Europe or Pacific.
Europe or Pacific. So, yeah.
But this is one of the ones that I really wanted to get on the table, and I actually even I actually read the rules for this. Well, the Fighters of the Pacific, and Alan and I talked about it from Discover Games quite a few times because they played the Fighters of the Pacific at the store a few times. I could just never get there to play it, and I think that was during the time that the group had kind of, because of COVID and everything, we'd fallen to nobody really we couldn't get together.
It's a COVID time.
Yeah. But I remember that the rules were not difficult at all. They did have a lot of scenarios. There were a lot of different type of games. But when this one came, even though I hadn't got a chance to play the Fighters in the Pacific, I really wanted to get this one because it had the Battle of Britain scenarios, and that one kind of interested me. So we will dig into the Fighters of Europe. Dun 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 dun. All right. So you get your initial, come buy me sheets.
Buy more of our...
Yeah. Now, this one does have a solitary mode. Solitaire mode.
Mode.
So you can play this by yourself.
No problem. No shame.
It's always shame. Shame.
Shame.
You do have your training manual. Now this will explain to you how to play, why you're playing, who you're playing against, because if it's solitaire, who are you playing against? Yourself. You might want to keep that. I know how you look to help out and flick through the rule book and tell me what things are. You do have your scenario setups here. It gives you explanations of what each side is trying to accomplish, I guess. They spared no expense.
They look old, though.
Spared no expense, folks. Alright. Ooh, I like that insert. Can you see that?
Snap.
Yeah, I like that. Not that we don't have maps up in our house. Alright, so, their map board is a little bit different. Unlike your normal map.
Your typical, this one is connected.
This one is connected, but it's connected so that, well, what scenario you're playing.
I guess you can pick however you want to set it up, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So... And there are 8 here. I'm just using 6 of them. Ooh, that doesn't look right. Well, there's no water there, folks, so you're just gonna have to. Aha.
There you go.
We're not going to make you use your imagination that much. Here, hold on a second.
There's the water.
Maybe we are going to make you use your imagination.
No, here. It has to be here.
Yeah, but then, see, it doesn't...
Oh, then you have to get one that has...
Yeah, see? I'm not losing my mind. Unless... Is it...
Right there.
Oh. You're a freaking genius.
I said, Eric, I don't play puzzles.
Glenda's smarter than the average bear.
Woohoo! Proud of it. Okay.
Alright, anyway. So we got those out. We didn't put all of them, but there's 2 others. And we had to do the water one because, you know, it is what it is. Ooh, look. Baggies!
More baggies to
Baggies! Because, you know, somebody made a comment one time that their garbage man probably thinks they're a drug dealer.
With all the bags?
With all the
boxes.
bags and stuff that they actually end up throwing out. And, you know, I thought about it one time, and it's like, I've got an entire bag of small bags. Okay, so we have the different planes. We have maneuvers. I want to put this on the English side since we're doing an English unboxing.
The English version?
Turns. Maneuvers. Victory board. The Spitfire and the Hurricane. You have a turn sequence and a victory board. So you have victory boards for the Germans and the British. You have your turn sequence, you have your turns, planes, and maneuvers. And let's see what we get. Well, obviously we're getting 5 different planes in the basic game. Basic game is going to give you a Spitfire and Hurricane. It'll give you a Ju-88. It'll give you the Hinkle 111 and the BF 109. The basic aircraft that fought in the Battle of Britain. So, oh. Okay, so
easy.
Your typical game, though you have your map board, you'll also have extra little hexes that you can pop out and use to change your map board. Then you have your first amount of planes.
Planes!
And I remember these are the damage markers.
Kaboom.
More planes. And more planes.
Lots of planes.
Not nearly as many as I have for the Pacific game. But I bought the entire Pacific game. And I know I didn't buy the entire one of this one. At least I don't think I bought the entire thing of this. Who knows, maybe I did. Maybe I thought to myself, if I don't, and I like what I see, or I start playing and I'm going to kick myself later.
Why didn't I buy all of it?
But I did get this handy dandy little medal. And I don't know if it was because I was following, or I backed it, or I was one of the first 24 hours. I can't remember. But
that's nice.
Alright, so here is the Defense of the Reich and the Battle of France theater expansions. It was so funny it was sitting there right on the shelf as we were talking about it.
See it.
Alright, so we're going to move that and put the medal in there. So this is the Battle of France and the Defense of the Reich expansions. You get more baggies. Alright, so this one comes with scenarios in English. We need the English ones. It'll give you your scenarios for Defense of the Reich and the Battle of France. And it gives you your setups, just like the scenario book did the last time. So with this one, because the Americans are in the war, as we just had the Spitfire and the Hurricanes with the last one, so with this one we get the American fighters, which the P-47, the P-51, and the B-17. Now, the P-51, for all you history buffs, anybody that's watched the Tuskegee Airmen, the Red Tails, the P-51, that was, they painted the tails red so they could be identified. And then you have the Germans, the 406, the 520, and the 451. Oh, that's the British, sorry. Look at the wrong one. Man, I'm just getting crucified on that right now.
And I wouldn't know.
And we even have ME-262, the jet fighter. Guess Stukas. Alright, so with the defense of the Reich and the Battle of France, obviously we get more planes, and more planes. And then we get different terrain features, and more planes. More planes and more planes.
That's the battle.
But with this one, the you get to do the bomber missions with the Americans. So you're defending bombers. Toward the end of the war, that's where you would have been dealing with P-51s, dealing with the jet fighters from the Germans. And before that, you know, your normal ME-109s and things.
Well, this is an interesting board game. Shall I say, Eric can't wait to play it.
I wanted to play it the last time, I just never got a chance to play the Pacific one. And then you get your stretch goals. Because what Kickstarter would be complete without stretch goals, right? And by the way, it's not them that was so long. It's just been so long since I've even looked at this. I have no idea what the stretch goals are. But
When was this launch?
I don't remember.
That's so bad.
Well, I mean, I backed it and kind of one of those backed it and just kind of went on about my life. Because with Kickstarters, anybody that does any type of crowdfunding or Kickstarter, you already know. When you back something, you take a chance that it never gets produced. Which we've had a few in the last few years, major ones, that companies have just gone under because of shipping going up after COVID itself.
Not good though. We're not saying it's a good thing. It's actually a bad thing.
Yeah. And, you know.
And it's not something you should just accept.
No.
Right.
Which we do have a Kickstarter. We're going to be doing a little bit of one that the guy kept on, and we will talk about that.
Later on.
Right. When we do that one. Okay, so, but this gives you, with the scenario, with the stretch goals, they gave you extra scenarios. You got the Battle Brand expansion. You got bombing runs. You got reconnaissance. You know what? You got what you got. It does give you more fighters. And bombers. And planes galore.
And how many players in this one?
It's normally you could do it 2 players.
Two.
Yeah. But I've seen this played with more than 2 players. Ooh. V1s. So, they give you a slew of aircraft in these stretch goals. And that's what I remembered with the Pacific one. You got so many extra things. You got so many extra things in the stretch goals, and it was like hit and miss. You know, you got a couple planes here, a couple planes there, type thing. And if you'll notice, while we've been doing this unboxing, the one thing you have not seen in this game is dice.
Because there's no dice.
There's no dice. And you do have a little blind thing. I can't remember why. And then obviously we have our new planes. And what looks like searchlights? Searchlights? Searchlights. And then coastal weapons, which could be anti-aircraft. The V1 section right there. So.
I still don't know how this is played, but...
Seriously, it's... I remember reading the rules for this. I remember really liking it. I know that it plays pretty easily as far as...
You lay your planes and...
Yeah, and you have your arc of fire and hits and things like that. I remember this playing pretty easily.
Then you have your cards against the other card, I guess.
It's not well. It's not really card against the other card.
Oh, okay.
But you have your information.
Which is the card?
Right. How fast they go, how much armor they have.
Okay. Then basically that's how it is.
And then you got your field of fire, and I remember it was lining up your planes and your arc of fire and movement and all that stuff. Gotcha. So
that's what I have in mind.
But that is Fighters of Europe, which is the next extension of Fighters of Pacific. If you liked Fighters of Pacific, then you didn't get this, I'm pretty sure this will go to retail just like that did. I do remember stores having this. I remember Discover Games had the Fighters of the Pacific. I'm pretty positive there were other add-ons because Fighters of the Pacific actually had a mat that you could buy. I'm doing a thing.
He wasn't sure.
I can't remember. Well, Fighters of the Pacific came out, when it got delivered, it was right in COVID, right at the start.
2020.
Yeah, and then when this one went, like I said, I knew I liked the Fighters of the Pacific from the rule book, and I knew I really want to play it. And I'll tell you, this is probably one that if I got Lauren over here for a day, these are the type of games that the 2-player type games, strategy games that I can get Lauren to play, and Lauren will beat the living daylights out of me in because
he likes that.
Yeah, he's strategy from hell. But yeah, these are those are the types that he and I would play. And I remember when this came out, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna back it. It wasn't a lot, I don't remember, and I didn't add anything on. I got exactly what came with the Kickstarter, so I didn't spare any expense with this game, folks. They did. As always, support your local gaming. We support
Discover Games in Fayetteville, Georgia.
And Dan Wolf Games in Griffin, Georgia. Game on, everybody.
Game on.